Hello, dear friends. Now, at the time of this recording, we are 2 days away from the curse of Grindelwald. So, what better to do is to continue with the series with Fantastic Beasts and Where Are They From?, which is a prequel to the Harry Potter series. Now, I have both copies of the textbook, the original, which Joanne published in 01, and the re-release, which was published, if I can find the published date, Ah, 17, which is an updated copy of Newt's textbook. And not to be confused, yes, I have the Gryffindor copy of the Chamber of Secrets. I thought I'll add that into the mix. But on we go with Fantastic Beasts and Where Are They From? Now, this was a JB Hi-Fi exclusive copy with a bit of a pop-up with Newt, and I thought it was a really cute copy. But if you didn't get that copy, then you just got the regular Blu-ray. Now, this goes into a lot of the backstory of Newt and his trips to New York. So this particular one is just him wanting to send a friend of his, one of his creatures, back to Arizona. But he manages to make a complete ass of himself in New York City in 1926. And he pretty much lets loose a lot of the creatures that is in his suitcase. And hilarity ensues. He starts to develop a friendship with a No-Maj. No-Maj is pretty much a muggle, Jacob Gwiazdowski, who he wants to show his world to him. And he also bumps into a bunch of sisters called Queenie and Tina. Now, that name does not sound familiar. I do believe there is a thank you there's a thank you to Tina in one of the copies. Hold on a sec. I should have done this all before. I don't know if there is a thank you, but I would assume there's probably a thank you to her somewhere along the line. Which I'm really surprised it's not a thank you. To Tina and Queenie, who Tina is an ex-Auror. Now, if you remember from the Harry Potter series, that's actually what Harry wanted to be, which was an Auror, which I probably put it down to possibly being a copper. And Queenie pretty much works for the ministry. Well, the American ministry. And, well, craziness happens. There is something that is unleashed, which is completely and utterly unholy. It's an Aureus, I think is how you pronounce it, which is pretty much a magical person who has had no training going absolutely batshit crazy and unleashes a tremendous amount of power and pretty much can't really control it, which is where gotta get this name right, Ezra Miller, who I've already talked about on this channel. He is the DC cinematic universe's the Flash. He is being asked by, which I think is the bad guy, Colin Farrell, to find this Obsteria, not knowing that he is actually talking to the Obsteria. And Colin wants to control Ezra's character, Clarence, while Tina and Scamander want to sort of separate Ezra from the Osteria. Doesn't really happen. Well, if you know the movie, you know what happens. This is definitely led by Eddie. I think Eddie did a great job portraying someone who does have magical abilities. I think he did a great job leading it, and knowing the behind the scenes, Katie, Dan, and Allison were actually really scared to work with Eddie, being he's already an Oscar winner. So, which sounds really funny actually, to my ears anyway. You got Jon Voight, who actually plays a little bit of a minor role, but still gives a lot of great color. This is actually the first screenplay in the series that was actually created by Joanne herself, not her just giving the story and someone else writing it. This actually was her first time in behind the keyboard, you could say. I think she did a great job for her first screenplay. She also produces. This was actually done by David Yates, who actually directed the last two in the Potter series. And you've also got David Hansman, who produced all the other ones. A lot of repeat behind the scenes actors popped up on this. I think this was a great launch pad to see a different side to the Wizarding World, because we've only ever seen the English version of the magical world. This is very much the American, and I think it's so well put together that I think I can see why they've decided, well, Warner Brothers has asked for a sequel. I think if Joanne wants to keep writing these, delivering these, I think she will just continue Joanne. I think this series is really really, really good. I can't wait to watch the next one, which at the time of this recording is 2 days away. Okay, in the comment section below, please write down what your house is. I am a Gryffindor and sorry, I'm just looking at my watch. A Thunderbird, which is part of the American house. Please write down what your houses are, and have you seen Fantastic Beasts and where are they from? Also, write that down in the comment section below, and if you think there's a movie I should check out, please get in contact with me and I will try and find it. And I shall see you in a couple of days. Ciao!